Kit Kats can read. Hey guys, it's Katie and welcome to another video. First of all, I would just like to say how happy and thrilled I am that I have finally managed to overcome this dizziness problem. I had it for about a month and the doctors all reckoned that it was due to a cold that I had really imbalanced sinuses, which meant that I felt permanently dizzy and lightheaded, so I had to lay down a lot. They gave me some drugs. They didn't cure it, but they just put me straight to sleep so that when I woke up I remember that I was dizzy again, and it was really horrible because I haven't driven, I haven't gone to work, and it's just so down-putting, and I've never had it before, never heard of anyone that had it before, but apparently it's quite common. Touch wood, I don't get it again. I'm just so thrilled that I've got rid of it. I'm trying to boost my immune system so that I don't get a cold ever again, but knowing my luck I will, because I get ill quite often. But I'm so proud that I can now go back to work, which is awesome, get more money to buy more books. Yeah. So in this video, this is going to be my July wrap up, where I'm going to tell you about all the books that I read in July, what I thought about them, and give them a rating. As always, if I've done a written review, it will be linked in the description box below for you to check more out on my thoughts, and if I've done a video review, it will be linked somewhere around my... So the first book that I read in July was Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell, and this is my first ever Rainbow Rowell book, and I've heard really interesting things about this. I did do a book talk on this. I'll link that over here, where I will give more of my thoughts about that, especially, I mean, if you've read it, you can see all the spoilery parts of why I didn't quite connect with this book, but I really enjoyed it. It was cute, it's really realistic, and I gave it 3.5 stars. The next book that I read in July was Flirty Dancing by Jenny McLachlan. This was a short, quick read. It was fun and enjoyable, and it certainly did make me smile, so I gave it 4 stars. And then I completed Picture Perfect by Holly Smell. This is the third book that is in the Geek Girl series, which I absolutely freaking love and adore. If you would like books that really make you smile, feel happy about yourself, then this series is definitely for you. And Holly Smell, she's just so fantastic. She just hasn't let me down so far. All of her books are 5-star ratings for me, including this one. 5 stars completely. It was just so funny. In this book, Harriet Manners has to deal with romance and moving. The next book that I completed was The Dark World by Carolyn Schultz. Now, I found this to be an okay story. I didn't quite connect with the characters, unfortunately. It was a bit cheesy at times, and it just wasn't for me, I'm afraid. So I gave it 3 stars. The next book that I completed was The Duff by Cody Keplinger, and oh my god, was this a fantastic contemporary romance. It was so addictive and really cute. Really predictable, of course, but contemporary romances are, and it was just perfection. I loved it so much, and it's definitely one of my favourite contemporary books. So 5 stars. The next book that I completed was 30 Sunsets by Christine Hurley DeRiso. This was actually a really good contemporary, and it was all about family, trust, rape and friendship, as well as pregnancy. I did enjoy it, so I gave it 4 stars. And then I completed The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett. This is one of my ultimate favourite classics ever. I grew up with this when I was a child. It's just so fascinating. I love the story. It's really enchanting. I just loved the characters and just how they develop and change, and the friendships and the secrets that are hidden in this book. It's just so awesome, really enjoyable, a quick short read as well, and of course I gave it 5 stars. And then I read Obsidian by Jennifer L. Armentrout, the first book in the Lux series, and this is about aliens and humans and just alien romance, and it's fantastic, it's amazing, the writing is phenomenal. Jennifer L. Armentrout is one of my favourite authors now, just because all of her books are amazing. She has never let me down. I completely love this book. It was so good and addictive, and Damon Black, that's all I need to say about this. 5 stars. And then I completed The Murder Complex by Lindsay Cummings, a dystopian book, and it was so incredible. It was fast paced and just really adventurous. I loved the world building inside it. It was really addictive and I finished it really quickly. Completely recommend this book. It was so good. 5 stars. And then I read Maybe Someday by Colleen Hoover. This is a new adult novel, my first ever Colleen Hoover book, and it was so cute and adorable and addictive, and I love the fact that you can listen along to music whilst you listen to this book. It was really cool. It's really realistic, and I was just completely stuck into this book. I just loved it so much. It's really good, and it's just really sweet, and I recommend for you to pick this up. 5 out of 5 stars. And then I read The Beast Within by Serena Valentino. This is taken from Disney's Beauty and the Beast, and it's from the Beast's perspective, and we get to learn all about his past and everything that happened. It was quite interesting, so I gave it 3.5 stars out of 5. The next book that I read was The Lover's Dictionary by David Levithan. This is quite a short read, did not take me long to finish whatsoever because it is like a dictionary. It's really short, some pages only have a couple of sentences on. I flew through it. This book was just utter brilliance, very cleverly written, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, so I gave it 4 stars. The next book that I read was Frigid by Jay Lin, and this is also Jennifer Armentrout writing as this author. This is a new adult book, and it was cute and it was adorable and quite sexual moments, but of course that is what is in new adult books, and it was just, I loved it so much. It was just utter amazement. It was awesome, so I gave it 5 stars. The next book that I read was Extraction by Stephanie Diaz, and again I did a video review on this, and this book was just, it was so good. It's a fast-paced dystopian. I absolutely love the world that is created in this book, and I freaking adored the main character Clem. It's really dark and enjoyable, and as I was reading it I could honestly see it becoming a movie, and I could really see it high up there among other dystopian novels like the Divergent trilogy and the Hunger Games. It was really cool and amazing, and I gave it 5 stars. The next book that I read was TTYL by Lauren Miracle, and this is interesting because it's structured like an instant messenger, and this is all between 3 friends, and certain things happen just like they do in their everyday lives at school. Boys and friendship and trust and everything that goes on. It's really interesting. I liked how it was. At first I found it a little bit weird, but then I got used to it. There is no main protagonist because it is structured like this, and it just reminded me of back in the day and MSN Messenger. So I enjoyed it, and I gave it 3.5 stars out of 5. The next book that I completed was Amy and Roger's Epic Detour, and I was reading this as well as listening to the audiobook of this, and it was really enjoyable. Definitely a summer read. There are images throughout the book as well, and it was just really enjoyable. I loved going on the adventure along with Amy and Roger. It was so fascinating. I felt like I was going along the tour. I just wish that there was a sequel to this book or some sort of companion novel, because I feel like it ends on the unknown, and I just want to see more of the characters, Amy and Roger. I loved them. I will link the live show discussion in the description box below if you want to check out what me as well as the girls from the Contemporary Lovers thought about this book. But I enjoyed it so much that I gave it 5 stars. And then I completed Onyx by Jennifer Armentrout, the second book in the Lux series. So I couldn't get enough of the first book, I had to continue on with the series. And this book was just amazeballs, like totes amazeballs. There was so much more action and romance and addiction, and as I say, Damon Black, I can't get enough of that dude. So inside this, it's all about trust and betrayal, and damn, that ending of this book, what a shocker. I need more. I enjoyed it. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars, of course. And then I read Better Off Friends by Elizabeth Eulberg. This is a cute, fluffy romance that was like When Harry Met Sally, except with teenagers. I really liked the cute, jokey moments after every chapter, and it was just like they were telling us how they met and how they got together, and that's what I liked about it. It was adorable, and I was just like, oh my god, this was just perfection. I completely fell in love with the characters as well as the book. So of course I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. And then I finally managed to get around to reading The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer by Michelle Hodkin. I kept on eyeing up this book, and I finally gave in to reading it, even though it is quite a beast, but I put that to one side. I freaking adored this book. It just had the right amount of mystery and thriller and spookiness. It definitely kept me on the edge of my toes, and I couldn't get enough of this book. And the ending, it just leaves you wanting more. So of course I'm gonna get the sequel and I'm gonna read it. I freaking just adored this book, and everything is just, it's amazing, and you just can't put your finger on how amazing it is. So of course I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. Then I read The Moment Collector by Jodie Lynn Anderson. This is also known as The Vanishing Season in the US of A, and this is the UK cover. This is my proof copy, and this comes out the 5th of August, and this was quite eerie and spooky. The ending was so creepy. I was just like, oh my god, I literally felt chills down my spine. It's a really weird book. At times I felt the storyline was a little bit flat, but somehow I couldn't put this book down, and I don't know why, but it is a short quick read, and I gave this book 3.5 stars out of 5. So I can't get enough of aliens, it seems, so I had to read Alienated by Melissa Landers. Freaking adore this cover. I say this every time, but it is beautiful and amazing, and same with the story. It was so cool. Alien romance yet again, and I'm so fascinated with aliens at the moment. So if you guys know of any alien books that you would recommend to me, say it below in the comments, and I'll probably purchase them all because I'm so obsessed at the moment. But I completely adored this book, and I need the next book now, but it's not released yet, and I just want to read it so badly. This was just, oh, it's just amazing. So I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. And then I read Opal by Jennifer Armentrout, the 3rd book in the Lux series. I was then beginning to marathon the rest of this series because I couldn't get enough, and I read this in one day, in one sitting. My god, I just can't get enough of this series. It's freaking amazing. So inside this book, they are rescuing other people. There is romance, a lot of gushy moments, and again, what a freaking cliffhanger ending that just leaves you wanting to read the next book. 5 out of 5 stars. So then I had to read the next book, which was Origin, and I read this in exactly the same day as I did with Opal because I couldn't get enough, and I freaking adored this book. And what I liked about this book was that there were multi perspectives from the 2 main characters, Katie and Damon, and oh my god, I was just like, this makes it more interesting because I liked getting the opinion from Damon. It was just, yes, because I love Damon Black. Held in captivity, so many cute moments, a lot of romance, and yet again with this book, damn, that ending. She just knows how to keep you in suspense. So I was ready for the new release Opposition. But I loved it. So I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. So guys, these were all of the physical books that I read in July. There are a lot. In total, I read 23 books for the month of July, which was amazing. It's the most books I've ever read in a month. As always, I try to aim for duplicate figures, which is just 10 books, and to find that I have doubled that amount and added a few more on is amazing, and I'm so proud because I managed to get a few more physical books read, and that means I can buy more books and make more space. No, it doesn't, Katie, you shouldn't do that. Stop doing that. So guys, that is the end of this wrap-up video. Please let me know down in the comments what you thought about all of the books, whether you've read any of them, any comments, any thoughts. Please leave them down in the comment box below. We can start a discussion. How did you do for the month of July? Did you do really, really bad? Did I put you to shame? All the same, I hope you have enjoyed this video, and please do give me a thumbs up. It would absolutely make my day, and have a fantastic day yourselves. Keep smiling, keep reading, and be happy. My name is Katie, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!